Razer announced like the highest end PS5 controller that currently exists on the market, or will exist on the market, I guess. Look at this thing. This thing's ridiculous. This is called the Razer Wolverine V2 Pro. And it is pretty ridiculous. Do they have like the little preview trailer thing? I don't think they do. Oh, here it is. So apparently high-speed wireless, who gives a crap? Mecha tactile buttons. Basically, it's just a PS5 controller that has the ability to set stops on the adaptive triggers. My understanding is it has adaptive triggers, but it might not from what I'm seeing. I can't really tell. And then paddle support on the back. For me, the biggest thing is paddle support on the back. Once you get used to using paddles, these things, once you get used to using paddles on the back, you can't go back. It's tremendous. It spoils you. I don't like this layout. This is what scuffs use. They use like the top and bottom buttons. The Elite 2 uses these that kind of splay out. I guess I can hold it up. See these that splay out? So your hands more naturally rest on the buttons, right, like that. Whereas on the scuffs, you have to reach into the middle of the controller a little bit more to hit those buttons. I don't personally like that as much. I much prefer these paddles on the Elite, but there's not a lot of great options for nicer controllers on the PlayStation side of things. The other thing that's also obvious and kind of a funny design choice, which you should notice immediately, it's an Xbox layout with the offset thumbsticks, which is a weird choice because that's like, it's kind of PlayStation's thing. And I genuinely don't know what the perk of is. Like, what's the perk of doing this? I don't understand why you would offset it if you don't have to, you know? Like this was a conscious choice. Or maybe it was that they already had like the moldings for the Xbox controller laid out like this, so they just reused it, but they're gonna cycle it. I really don't know. The other thing, apparently it comes with RGB. You can actually set the color of the RGB on the body of the controller, which is something the other Razer controllers do as well. So there you go. There you go. Guess how much it costs? Guess how much it costs? 250 bucks. Yeah, 250 bucks. For me, like, this is where I'm frustrated. I want the equivalent of the Elite 2, but for PlayStation. I want the wide paddles, the metal construction, solid construction, USB-C, charging dock, all of that stuff. Just give me this, but so that I can use it on a PlayStation. And nobody's really delivered that. PlayStation has their like Edge controller coming next year. Doesn't look anywhere near good enough to justify, in my mind, the cost. So I don't know. I don't know. But PlayStation needs to figure this out. Like, it's free money. Come out with an extra Elite Premium PlayStation 5 controller. People will buy it. It will sell out. Like, even if it's a $300 console, PlayStation gamers will pay for it. $300 controller, people will pay for it. Like, it doesn't matter.